Chocolate Muffin, we have breaking news. I'm reporting on Corey, who's reporting on CNBC, who's reporting on Twitter, who's reporting on behalf of Elon Musk, who's reporting on behalf of eToro, that the bull market is ahead of us. Look at this. Twitter partners with eToro to let users trade stonks crypto as the Elon Musk rat pushes the app into finance. So this is phenomenal, huge news. Starting Thursday, Twitter will give users the option to buy and sell stonks and other assets. The partnership marks a rare deal for Twitter since Elon Musk took the reins as CEO. Last point here, Musk has made it his mission to turn Twitter into a so-called super app because a normal app just won't cut it. This is big news, friends. Effectively, we are going to see degeneracy and the gambling casino, as well as blue chip great crypto ideas come and be synthesized in Twitter. This will remove one of the obstacles that the general audience have, aka the next retail adoption wave. They find crypto a bit too complicated, and we're closing the gap further and further. If you wait for this app to be made and everything to be easier, our bags will be much higher and you won't get the higher reward. It will be considered less risky, and that's not what we want. We hunt the uncertainty. We go into the unknown. Our backs are straight. We eat bananas. And yes, we have pointy elbows. Isn't this fantastic news? So what does this actually mean, friends? Like, there's always this news, but why you listen to me, not only you're a yummy chocolate muffin, but also we're friends. And friends show each other a friendship chart. I'm going to show you a friendship chart here called the total crypto market cap. I always report on this because this is the goal. So you got to have a vision. You got to have a vision in your mind, right? Just like when you haven't drank water all day, you're really thirsty, you've just come back from a workout, you're thirsty for water. Well, I dream of these things. I dream of these. I dream of, do I see the total crypto market cap, which is at 1.2 trillion? Do I see it in my mind at 10? I do. How is it going to play out? We don't know the specifics, but I do see a world where it's easier for people to buy crypto and it's easier for them to convert their assets and participate in the Ponzi casino for us. So the most important thing is to be long in the depression right here. Because at the end of the day, if we get to 10 trillion, game's over by that point. Most of the big returns are gone. And now that you have these partnerships forming, it tells a different story. It tells us that there is hunger and demand for people to participate in the world's greatest Ponzi called cryptocurrency. I say that tongue in cheek, but you know what I mean. We want to target stonks. That's what we really want. So a lot of people, the Bitcoin maxi crowd, Bitcoin people will focus on gold because gold equals, say, 11 trillion market cap. Okay. Bitcoin, it's equal like 450 billion or about 600 billion now. Okay. So 0.6 trillion. So you can see there's big money for Bitcoin to flip gold. But let's consider Ethereum and all our other crypto communities, all my favorite core. You know who you are, baby dolls. Let's look at what we're going after, a different market cap. So stonks equals in the world 120 trillion. And if you take Ethereum plus alts, it's going to be 600 billion. Isn't that nuts? How big is that, friends? We're going after stonks. We're going after the big juicy. This juice is so ripe, high in vitamin C, fresh, 3 ice cubes in that cup. This is exactly what we're targeting. How do we get there? Well, we get there when you see information like this, it helps paint the picture. Fundamentally, long-term, you can see the pieces of the puzzle coming together. So you will make the most money if you can try to forecast in the future with me. We're trying to see, all right, it's now 2025. What does the world look like here? We have more adoption. Okay, but how? How do we have more adoption? Well, this is what you're starting to see. Applications are starting to get put together to make it easier for people to participate in it. We want it to be easy for people, for baby dolls out there who are trapped in this treacherous sewer of stonks, low returns, boomer gains. We want them to start to see the light in crypto. They might come into Bitcoin and Ethereum, but you know eventually what's going to happen. They're eventually going to start to play with different smart contract platforms. They're going to speculate on a lot more other things. This is exactly what we want. The cream's going to rise to the top, and that's what we all believe, right? So that's why we have the strongest altcoins, the strongest crypto communities, because we believe they're fundamentally sound. So if you've been listening to me, listening to all my teachings, I've always been saying, I love you all, but we shouldn't care, and I don't care about the existing millions of people in crypto. I don't actually care about them. I care about the next 100 million people coming in. My mind, like a torpedo, is focusing on what are they going to come in for. Everybody has their own cults, communities. The Bitcoin maxi people believe, yes, when everybody discovers crypto, they're all going to come to Bitcoin. I believe that's very wrong in my heart. We've seen too much evidence of that. So as a quick reminder, in this mania, people bought dog coins like Doge and SHIB. They bought gaming coins. They bought crappy metaverses. They participated in ICOs. They participated in fake Ponzi DeFi. All of these things, plus, to make things worse, plus JPEGs. People speculated on all of those instead of Bitcoin. That's a signal. The new people who came in would rather throw their money in absolute filthy, useless JPEGs. They'd rather do that than take a punt on buying a high unit bias coin like Bitcoin at 50K. They really would. So I'm not saying this is right, wrong. I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just telling you, I can listen to the language of the market. This is what's happening. So from here, where do we go? Well, we really don't do anything. You know, it's buy and hold here, but it's good to see that you can start to visualize the world here. How does it look like? Okay, not everybody is going to be like a MetaMask expert and do all these things. In fact, most of the money, it's in the stonks. I've even got some messages from people, and a very common question I'll get asked is, hey, I've got like 80% of my money in stocks and only 20% in crypto. And a lot of you asking me, hey man, should I put more? Should I put more? And I'm saying, look, I can't tell you what to do, but you're not going to sell your stonks for like 5 years anyway. So if stonks go up, crypto's gone to the moon. If stonks go down, crypto's down anyway. But you wouldn't own the stocks if you didn't think it was going to be higher in 5 years than today. So there's so many signs telling you got to be long in crypto. It's just, there's so much low hanging fruit. And yes, there's going to be a little cherry here to signify this low hanging fruit with size 40 font running around. We are still in the low hanging fruit zone. I'm looking for the signs up here when we get to 9, 10, 11, 12 trillion. Once that market cap for total crypto is there, we're going to start to look at, okay, maybe there's a super app now. Maybe there's people, all the stock market gurus, maybe they all start becoming crypto influencers. That might happen. We saw a bit of it in 2021, but they were getting paid by FTX, the Ponzi. But what if we actually start to see a lot of these stock market people see the light in crypto? And look, we know tongue-in-cheek, see the light. I mean, they're looking at the casino lights, really. They're going to start to believe all their models about valuations, and they're going to start to think about, oh, wow, crypto's not modeled off price to earnings. They're going to learn about network effects, Metcalfe's law. They're going to watch my videos, and they're going to be a top signal at the end of the day. But that's how the game's played. We deserve the reward because we bought in the depression. Our knees were pointy. Our elbows were pointy. My forehead was very sweaty. I got that water pistol and I was squirting myself so many times in 2022 in that depression zone. We deserve that reward. So going forward from here, we've now linked the first sign. It's beautiful. This puzzle piece, it's coming together. There's going to be more things coming in the future, and they're going to be our ultimate top signal. So the goal now is to think about the next 100 million people coming in. A lot of you love when I speak about this, and because it's very true, a lot of you are very appreciative, and I love you too. We're all friends here. You love how I keep saying these pearls of wisdom from the past, and it's a very hard pill to swallow for people, especially in crypto. It's when I say, you know, these memes we hear, decentralization, censorship resistance, all these free libertarian crypto principles. They're fantastic and they're great. However, the people who responded to those memes, they were buying Bitcoin much earlier, even earlier than this chart. They were buying Bitcoin at $10, $100. They were buying Bitcoin in 2012, 2013, 2014. The people who still believe in that world, they're buying, but at a lesser rate here. We've got most of those people in. So do you sit over here and say, hey, yes, my forehead, it's a bit sweaty. Yes, I'm eating a banana right now. Do you give up and go, well, I'm just going to accept lower returns? That's okay if you do. You can sit in Bitcoin and Ethereum. You can accept lower returns, which is still huge compared to the stock market. But it's much lower because you know what we're really here for, friends. We're here for the new empires being built. We're here for finding the path for our core coins to outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum. Everything. So the future is that the path going forward, it's the stones are being set now. We're laying it down. The concrete's being laid. We're walking along the path. And I really can see it now in my mind. It's fantastic. Unfortunately, all that money coming in, they're going to be the next top signal. But it is what it is. What are we going to do? Even though you tell them, hey, you're a top signal, they're probably not going to believe it anyway. So at the end of the day, you know what to do. You've bought in the depression, or you keep buying more, and it's going to be a very different picture in 2025 and 2026. And I'm letting you now know, right? In this zone, friends, in somewhere in this zone, there will be narrative traps like you've never seen before. People will throw evidence in your face of super apps, of higher adoption numbers, of, there's more people coming in and institutions and a Bitcoin spot ETF, and people are going to DCA. They're going to throw all of that in to try to convince you that it's only just getting started. And trust me, there's going to be some very convincing narratives. I'm telling you now. And, one of my other friends asked me as well, how can you convince people to buy Bitcoin at 100K? Who's going to buy it? Who's even going to believe it? And let me tell you this, right? I'm going to end with this. When crypto starts to get up here in this zone, Bitcoin 100K, Ethereum 10K, around that zone, all the cryptos are bubbling and booming. In that zone, you will hear this prevailing narrative out there, and people will tell you, now that crypto is up here, it's actually cheaper, because now institutions with money on the sidelines, they could not enter before, but now they can, because they were banned from their books, because they had to wait for a certain market size to participate. But now they can finally start DCAing in. This will be a big trap like you've never seen before. This will be the trap of traps. It's a perfect thing to tell everybody. It's amazing what humans tell each other so they can remain in the circle, in the tribe. They'll say, yes, it's bullish, even after we've gone up so much and everyone's euphoric, because now it's actually cheaper now that the price is higher. I'm here to warn you. You got to be prepared now. How do you get prepared? You know what to do. You go as hard as you possibly can here. That's how you get prepared. And you know how else you get prepared? Confirm our friendship in the comment section below. Tell mum and tell dad that you absolutely love them.